So now we will continue on doing the 5 and 1 minutes interval. Okay, what does it mean? What it means that, let's say if you have a clock that is pointed to this side, your long needle is there, your short needle is somewhere anywhere, but then your long needle is pointed to the 5 minutes interval, meaning that 5 minutes interval, remember the number, the from each gaps, from each number, the difference is 5 minutes. Okay, so 12 to 1 is 5 minutes, 1 to 2 is 5 minutes, 2 to 3 is 5 minutes. So that's why when you actually cut it into quarter, previously you cut it into quarter, so you have to add 5, 5, 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15, so that's why 3 is 15. Okay, and remember that all these dots here, it means 1 minute. So from 12, start from 12, 12 is 0, 0, so from 12 it will become 0, 1. After that, the second dot will be 0, 2, third dot will be 0, 3, fourth dot is 0, 4, the the bar here, the bold bar here, is 5 minutes. So that the fifth minute there is most of the time labeled with 1. So you need to remember, when your clock is at long when your long needle is pointed to 1, it is 5 minutes. When your long needle is pointed at 2, it will be 5 plus 5, which is 10. Okay, so let me erase this again so that you can see. Okay, so it means that if your long needle is at 1, it means it's 5. If your long needle is at 2, it means it's 10 at 10 minutes. 3 is 15 minutes. 4 is 20 minutes. 5 is 25. 6 is 30. 7, 35. 8, 40. 9, 45. 10, 50. 11, 55. And then 12, it becomes 0, 0. It is 60 minutes. The whole round makes 60 minutes, but we call it as 0, 0 when you write it down in your answers. Okay, so now for this clock here that I'm showing, we always put the hour first, remember, and then we put the minute. Now the hour, check the short needle. Short needle is pointed between 2 and 3, right? So that means the hour is 2. And then the minute is, it's pointed straight to number 1. So it means that it's 5 minutes. So when it's 5 minutes, you cannot simply put 5. For the minute, you need to always have 2 digits. So that means you need to put 0 in front, so that we understand that it's 5 minutes. Okay, or 5 minutes past 2. We can also say it like that: 5 minutes past 2 or 2. Okay, you can actually remember this by using the multiplication table of 5. 5 times 1 is 5. So then 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times 5 is 15, 4 times 5 is 20. You can use that multiplication table to also help you to know the clock. Okay, so let's try to make some. Okay, I forgot to do the 1 minute interval. So now we do the 1 minute interval. What is 1 minute interval? Meaning that, let's say, if you have a clock that is pointed not to any number, but it's pointed to the dots. Okay, it's pointed to the dots. So let's say you have a clock. Oh, it's not okay. Sorry. No. It could be like this. There. The short needle is pointed at that. And then your long needle is pointed straight to the dot here. Okay. The long needle is pointed straight to the dots. Okay, so what do you think is the answer. How are you gonna find out what time is the minute? As I said, the hour will always be the hour. You don't change anything, meaning that you always just look at the number of the clock straight away. So if your short needle is pointed between 12 and 1, so that means it's the lesser number. So as like now, it will be 12. And then your minute, you check your minute, you see 4 is 20 minutes, but your long needle is 2 dots away from 4. So that means you need to add the 2 dot, 20 plus 2, you will get 22. So that means the minute is 12:22. Okay, let's try another one just for you to remember. Okay, for the 1 minute interval, meaning that you need to add the dots, because remember, each dot represents 1 minute. Okay, so each dot represents 1 minute. So let's try again. If we have this, and then the long needle is pointed at this. Okay, so see, your short needle is pointed to the number between 10 and 11. So that means it's the lesser number, which is 10. And then the long needle is pointed at the number between 7 and 8. So you need to know that 7 is 35 minutes. You know 7 is 35 minutes. So it is 3 dots away. The long needle is pointed to 3 dots away from 7. So you just add 35 plus 3. So you will get 38. So your answer will be 10:38. Okay, so now let's look at some practice. So for the first one, on your most left side, what do you think is the answer here? You see here, the short needle is pointed at 2. So that means the hour is 2. Then the long needle is pointed straight away at 1. So if you see the timetable, multiplication table of 5, 1 times 5 is equal to 5. So remember, put the 5. 5 only have 1 digit, so in the minute section, you need to put 2 digits. So you need to add 0 so that you could make it 2 digits. Now let's do second one. For here we have, for the short needle here we have the number between 4 and 5. So that would mean it is 4. That is for the hour. Now for the minute, the long needle is sharp at 7. So do you remember what is 7? If you forgot, you can actually remember 6. 6 is 30. It's half, right? So it's half of 60, so it will become 30. Now you know from each number, the gap is 5 minutes. So now 30 plus 5 will become 35. Okay, so now we'll go to the 1 minute interval. You always check the short needle first. So your short needle is pointed to the number between 7 and 8. Okay, so that means it's 7, the hour is 7, then the minute. See, the long needle is pointed to the number between 2 and 3. And then you see, it's 2 dots away from number 2. So 2 is 10 minutes. So then these 2 dots each count as 2 minutes. So 10 plus 2, you will get 12. Okay, so then for the last one here, check the short needle. The short needle is between 6 and 7, so that means it's 6 hour. And then the minute is between 6 and 7 as well. So as I said, 6, it is 30 minutes. So the long needle is pointed 3 dots away from the number 6. So that means 30 plus 3, you will get 33. Okay, so then that will be all about the time. Thank you.